Hi guys, and welcome to our first online PE lesson. Over the next couple of weeks, myself and Mr. Guy are going to be uploading lots of different content, looking at a variety of different multi-skills activities and games, working on lots of different skills in lots of fun ways using everyday household equipment. In today's activity, we're going to be focusing on striking, and all you are going to need to take part is a balloon and a little bit of space. Okay, by the end of today's lesson, you are going to be able to juggle the balloon in lots of different ways, using the palm of your hands and your fingers and the back of your hands, trying to keep the balloon under your control and in the air, just repeating the action over and over again. We are then going to progress to looking at rallying, where you'll be working with a partner, or if you don't have a partner, you can work up against a wall, seeing if you can repeat the action back and forth, keeping the balloon up in the air as many times as you possibly can. Once we've done that, we're going to progress and we're going to look at four different types of shots. We're going to look at the serve, we're going to look at the forehand shot, the backhand shot, and what's called the smash shot. So by the end of today's lesson, you'll be able to perform and describe all four of the different shots. Okay, and then finally, right at the end, we're going to show you the game of balloon volleyball, which is one for all the family members to get involved with and just have some fun with, to be honest with you. You can play it in little 1v1s, 2v2s or 3v3s, depending on how big your family is. Okay, so yeah, have some fun with it, guys, and let's get on with it. Okay guys, so for our first activity, all you're going to need is a balloon and a little bit of space. The aim of the first activity is to use both of your hands alternatively or together at the same time, using your palms and your fingers or the back of your hands to try and keep the balloon in the air. Try and keep it under your control at all times. And yeah, find a good space and get going. Okay, see how many you can do before you lose control of the balloon, and keep continuing to try and beat your score, and just repeat the action and be creative with it. Okay guys, so for the next part of the activity, we're going to quickly run through a couple of challenges. So once you've worked on striking the balloon and keep it in the air and juggling it using the palms and fingers and the back of your hands, this is just a couple of little progressions that you can try. Okay, so first of all you're going to do, take a couple of steps back, find some space again. We're going to use the fingers and our palms and the back of our hands and see if we can go fingers and palms, back of our hands, and just have that nice smooth rotation in between touches, nice and gentle with your taps. Okay, once again, try and use both hands. So once you've used your favourite hand, progress to your other hand and keep swapping and changing. Okay, now the second little part that we are going to do, we're going to do a high touch and then a low touch. Okay, so it looks like this. So we're going to go right above his head, wait for it to come down, gentle little touch. Right above his head, gentle little touch. Right above his head, gentle little touch. Once again, use both of your hands and make sure that you are keeping your eye on the balloon at all times. And yeah, just make sure you're in a really good space so you don't run into something. The final little challenge, and this is the most difficult one. Okay, we're going to go from a standing position to a crouching position to a sitting position. And then we're going to see if we can stand back up again. Okay, and it looks like this. So we're going to go from standing, slowly go down with the balloon, on your bum, do a couple while you're on your bottom, and see if you can stand back up. Okay, and obviously you can go from sitting to standing, standing to sitting, etc, etc. Okay, so they're just a couple of little challenges for you to try with your balloon. All right, again, be creative with it, have a go lying down maybe. Okay, and yeah. Okay guys, for our next progression, we're going to look at a variety of different shots which are ultimately played in games like tennis, badminton, etc. We're going to be looking at the forehand shot, backhand shot, and what's called the smash shot using the balloon. Okay, you can do this working with a partner. Once again, you can get your partner to serve you if you prefer that way, or you can self-serve, whether by throwing the balloon up in the air to yourself or just dropping it down and letting it set. Okay, we're going to work through all three different techniques nice and slowly. Please feel free to pause the video, rewind it. Okay, you've got complete control over the videos. If you're not sure on something, you can go back, break it down and watch it again. Okay, so the first shot we're going to look at is the forehand shot. So I'm going to find a nice little bit of space and I'm going to strike the balloon towards you. So using your fingers and palms, set yourself with your weaker hand and you're going to strike the balloon using your favourite hand and push it forwards. Okay, so you're going to start by your side and push the balloon towards the target, just like that. Keep alternating your hands. If you've got a preferred hand, try and work with your weaker hand as well. Keep mixing it up. Okay. The second shot that we're going to look at is called the backhand shot. Now with this shot, you can start either side on with a side on body position, or you can have your hand coming from back to front, and you're going to be using your knuckles and the back of your hands to execute this shot. Okay. So once again, I'm going to serve the balloon to myself. You can either go from above or below. It's completely up to you, whichever one you prefer. I'm going to go from above this time. I'm going to keep my eye on the balloon and strike it again with the back of my hand towards the target. Okay, now the final shot that we're going to look at today is what's called the smash shot. Now ultimately this shot is designed to get that point, to get that winning point, okay, and make it impossible for your opponent to return the ball, the balloon, sorry, or the ball if you're playing tennis or badminton, to you. Okay, now with this one you need to be nice and light on your toes, because we want to be going above the balloon and striking downwards towards the target, trying to get it to hit the floor as soon as it's over the centre line and in your opponent's half. Okay, so with this one you're going to serve the balloon up into the air, have a look at the jump and see if you can push the balloon downwards towards the target. Okay, so we're going to go up and down and see if you can really push it down towards the floor so that your partner has absolutely no chance of returning the balloon. Okay, keep practicing the different shots. Remember, with the forehand shot, just nice and steady, nice and gently push the ball forwards. With your backhand, turn your body to the side or face square on and go from back to front. Really get that smooth connection of the balloon. Use the back of your fingers and your knuckles to make that nice clean contact. And with the smash shot, just be nice and light on your feet, get above the balloon and push downwards to the floor. Okay guys, so now we're going to progress the activity from working individually to working with a partner. If you don't have a partner, it's completely okay. We're also going to show you how you can use a wall to do the exact same activity. Okay, we're going to look at striking using the palms and fingers of our hands, and we're also going to look at using the back of our hands as well. So Mr. Guy is going to serve me the balloon a couple of times, and I'm going to look at striking it with both hands back towards his chest so he can catch it. And then obviously from there we're going to progress and looking at having a little bit of a rally between us where we simply just keep the balloon going back and forth with each other working together. Okay? There we go. Okay. Yeah, let's go. So I'm keeping my eyes on the balloon. I'm pushing with my fingers in the palm of my hands towards the balloon and aiming to strike it straight back into Mr. Guy's chest. Keep swapping which hand you're using. You want to be able to use both hands or both hands at the exact same time. It's completely up to you. If you need to take a touch before you send it back, by all means go for it. But apart from that, we are looking to just push forwards, get that nice clean contact and strike the balloon straight into our partner's chest. Okay. From there, a little bit of a progression that we are going to do now. We're going to look at rallying and keeping the balloon up between us. Okay. So working together, trying to gently tap the balloon towards each other. Once again, if you need to take a touch, feel free to take a touch. If you want to challenge yourselves, let's see if you can keep going first time, back and forth. Okay. Every time you and your partner successfully complete a pass, you score a point. If you lose control of the balloon like this, for example, just pick it up and start again. Okay. Now, Mr. Guy is going to really quickly show you how you can use a wall space if you don't have a partner to work with to complete this activity. Okay.
Perfect. So like Mr. Earl said, if you don't have a partner to work with, all you need is a wall. So on the wall, make sure it's clear. There's nothing that can pop the balloon, there's nothing that you can knock off or break. So simply working against the wall, you're going to hold the balloon in a non-striking hand. With the hand that you're going to strike the balloon with, you're just going to hit it towards the wall. Once you've done that, you're going to catch the balloon and you can try again. So 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then when you're feeling comfortable, swap hands so you can use your left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then after that, if you want to really challenge yourself, you can try and keep it up against the wall on your own. So taking nice close touches, keeping it under control. If it goes too close, don't worry. Set yourself again, and you're just going to try to keep the balloon going against the wall like so.
Nice and light on your toes, guys. It is really tricky. Okay guys, so me and Mr. Guy are going to really quickly demonstrate the game. We're not going to play for 10 points because it will definitely get far too competitive. Okay. You're looking to take turns serving. Remember the serve shot that we worked on just to get the game going. And then from there, if the balloon lands on the floor in your opponent's half, you score a point. You can have as many touches as you want with the balloon when it's in your half before you return it. Or you can adapt the game slightly if you want to limit the number of touches you can take before you send it back. We'll start off on limited touches and then we'll progress to 2 touch maximum. Okay, you ready, Mr. Guy? Right, so it's 1-0 to Mr. L. Mr. Guy will serve and we go again. Okay. Oh! Done with the smash shot, so it's 1-1. For this final little round, we're going to progress and say we can take a maximum of...
Our final adaptation to the game is that we're only going to allow 1 touch to get the balloon across to the other side. So Mr. L will serve it across, and I've got 1 touch to try and get it back to him.
So it's his first time this time.
Oh. So Mr. L wins the point because I did not get it back to him. So we'll serve it up again.
2-1.
Oh. Yeah, come on! And again we'll serve 1 more time.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay guys, so that is the end of our first online session. In today's lesson we've looked at a variety of different striking techniques, both individually trying to keep the balloon in the air and then progressing to obviously working with a partner and seeing if we can rally and keep the balloon going back and forth. And then we took all of those little skills that we've looked at, so forehand, backhand, the smash shot, and we progressed it into a little bit of a game. Okay, remember, keep mixing it up. You can play individually, you can play little 1v1s, you can progress and go to 2v2s or 3v3s depending on how big your family is. If you don't have that, you can always play against a wall, and yeah, just have some fun with it. Thank you for taking part in today's session, and we'll be back again next week with another session looking at a different element of PE. Okay, take care guys, have a good week, and we'll see you all soon.